Okay, a quick video today. We talk about if you're, into growing your own food, prepping, emergency preparedness, and beating inflation. You may want to consider making sure you're growing food that you don't have to cook necessarily. Okay, and I don't just mean your typical fruits, because most fruits are more of like a dessert item. Like I've got plenty of that. There's some oranges over there, stuff like that. But I don't mean just fruits. I mean certain types of vegetables. Let's talk about fruits though first that are not just your dessert type of stuff. You want something that has some nutritional substance to it, that's somewhat filling. One thing definitely you could do, a good option as far as fruit anyway, is bananas. The more you fertilize bananas, the better they are. Here's a banana tree, had some frost damage. We had a light frost, but you can just see I just had a batch, big bunch of bananas that came in. And of course, when they ripen, you can eat them. The problem with bananas is they all tend to ripen at once, and you better be a banana lover because you're going to be inundated with bananas. So we end up giving them away half the time. Of course, you can't eat green bananas if you cook them, but I'm talking about not cooking them. But bananas certainly have a lot of nutritional density to them and are somewhat filling. So that's certainly, as far as fruit, a good option. So the other fruit I would say that I have, let's take a look at this other one. Another fruit tree I have, avocados, and I've got two that I planted about almost a year ago. I don't have any fruit in yet, but of course avocados make an excellent nutritionally dense fruit that is filling, has a lot of nutrients, and fills you up. So at least in my neck of the woods, those are two really good options as far as fruit that I think would serve the bill. Now let's take a look at some vegetables. Okay, as far as root crops, I mean, you cannot beat carrots. I mean, carrots, something you can eat raw very easily, and they do really well here in Florida during, from about October. You can grow them from about October through into April, May. They'll start going to seed. It's really hard to grow carrots, in the hot months here, but they do great during those months. And of course, they're really great raw. I love raw carrots, and they're nutritionally dense. So really a great option. Probably the best root crop that I can think of that you can eat raw, and they taste just as good or better than cooked. Okay, and I think really the best option vegetable-wise is green beans. Okay, green beans, most of them you can eat raw, and they taste really good. And you can just keep producing as long as you keep picking them. So I got to pick all these so this will keep producing. I had some frost damage here. We had a light frost, and these plants kind of died back. I think they're coming back, so I'm going to give them a chance to come back. Some of them I'm letting the seeds turn brown so I can save the seeds. And that's the thing about green beans. It's so easy to save the seeds that, they're a renewable resource. But these are great raw, so I can pick these and eat them. And nutritionally, they're great. Okay, they have protein, good fiber. They're somewhat filling. So green beans are I think, a great option, and definitely something you should grow. And you can grow pretty much all year, just not the same kind of green beans here in Florida. You can't grow these kind of standard more green beans, and when we get to the hot weather, they just don't do very well. But I have other kinds that I can grow. So definitely most types of green beans. Okay, another great option which you can grow pretty much anywhere, anytime, if you have them, are sprouting seeds. So I just sprout them in jars. These are bean sprouts. There's all kinds of things you can sprout. That's why I keep a very big supply of sprouting seeds. Extremely nutritionally dense. Sprouting seeds, sprouts are considered a superfood. So they're certainly much more filling than things like lettuce and things like that. You could actually probably live off of sprouts. They're so nutritionally complete as far as a food. So no reason not to do sprouting. Microgreens too, to a lesser extent. They're a little bit less nutritionally dense if you're just cutting off the tops on microgreens. But eating the sprouts, takes about 3 to 4 days. These aren't quite ready. They need a little bit more time. But definitely use sprouting seeds. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you'd like to make comments or ask questions, feel free in the comments section below. If you'd like to help the channel, you can shop for some gardening things that I sell on eBay, Etsy, and some Amazon links below. That supports the channel. Have a great day, and we'll see you later.